Let's also talk about when you choose a cruise as an appetizer cruise, what you can expect and what you can't expect.
In terms of fees,
Yeah.
it's not an all-inclusive resort. A lot of people think you walk on and you get everything handed to you for free. There's actually a lot of small fees and sometimes really big fees that you have to be aware of. Alcohol, spa services, shore excursions, tipping. All of these really add up. If you're not aware that
Sure.
these things are ticking upward on your credit.
Although we actually did a special a couple of years ago on A Week in the Life of the Cruise Industry. And what we found about that, well, they were actually selling that cruise. It was a 7-night cruise to the Caribbean on the Norwegian Pearl. And they were selling it for like, $4.99, which is about, $75 a day or something like that, including 3 meals. So, I mean, you couldn't even afford to stay home for that. You couldn't wake up in Topeka, Kansas for that. And we met a couple of couples who did their homework, a little crazy, but they did. They got the cheapest cabin they could, which was one of those inside middle cabins. I want to talk about that in a minute. And then they did the 3 meals a day, just drank water, or and didn't drink a lot of alcohol, and did their own shore excursions, which means they walked. But in a lot of those ports, by the way, that's the best way to do a shore excursion in some ports. And guess what? They got off for $4.99 each.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you can spend as little or as much as you want to.
Right.
Stay away from the casino.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Maybe.
Come on.
Yes.
You are.
Stay away from the casino. You can pay. Don't drink much. You can't bring your own alcohol on, unfortunately.
That's everything we discussed on that special. At NCL and other ships, they actually have, I love this title, a liquor retention team. There are about 25 guys who will stand at the gangway, especially during spring break. So be careful, all you college kids. And they will literally stand there and just, basically take all your booze away from you, label it, put it in a locker, and you get it at the end of the cruise. And it's not just the booze in the bottles. They found kids who were emptying bottles of mouthwash and putting vodka in. You'd be surprised how many people bring mouthwash on a cruise ship. It's stunning.
Well, I didn't go that far, but
yeah.
I do have some firsthand experience in that. And their program works. They find alcohol.
And how did they find it with you? The truth.
The truth, we stupidly packed it in our bag and checked it and thought they couldn't possibly see a bottle of gin. They did.
Okay, and they
took it away. They took it away. They put our room number on it. We picked it up 7 days later.
Wow. Now, most people at the end of the cruise, they're too drunk to remember they even left the bottle there. They leave.
No, I know. It was alcohol.
Excuse me. You had value to that.
On,
How silly of me. All right, so we understand, at least in my book, and tell me if you agree with this, you take the base fare, even on a 3-day cruise, whatever it is, and multiply it by 1.5. And that's really what you're going to end up paying unless you go nuts at the casino or nuts at the spa.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so to figure that in.